Welcome back to the channel, bit of a different one. On this one, we're going to go for a 15-minute walk together, and I'm going to walk you through exactly the setup that you guys need to have if you want to lose between 5 to 10 kg in the next 90 days. Now this is with no notes, all off of the top of the head, and I'm going to walk you through the framework that we use with all of our clients to get these type of results. We've recently just had our client Adam get this result where he lost 11 kg in the space of 16 weeks, and that's despite working 70 hours per week, despite having 2 young kids. We also have guys like Stuart who has achieved a result like this. We have guys like Josh and many more, but we're here to understand the exact framework. Now, I'm going to start from the basics, from the ground up, and we're going to then get in towards more of the intricate stuff, the smaller details that are going to make a bit of a difference, but ultimately it's the foundations that need to be on point if you actually want to get a result. So, the very first thing that you must have on point if you want to lose belly fat is to be in a calorie deficit. This is the be all and end all. You can quite literally do zero movement, eat in a calorie deficit and still lose body fat. And I'll discuss why we actually focus on the resistance side and how it can accelerate it in subsequent steps. So, to be in a calorie deficit, to explain what a calorie deficit is, this is where you consume less calories than your body burns. And this is what causes your body to tap into fat stores in order to survive, in order to expend energy. And over time, that's what then causes you to get leaner and leaner. Now, to set up your calorie deficit, there's multiple different ways that you can do this, but I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. There's many back of napkin stuff that you can do. You can multiply your weight in pounds by 12, 13 or 14, depending how active you are. But the easiest way to do this is by going on to macrocalculator.com, typing in all of your details onto the calculator, and it will spit out the rough calories that you need to be on if you want to lose belly fat, if you guys want to get lean, get sharper, get more energetic, etc, etc. So go on to that, type in those calories, and that will then give you your rough macros and your rough calorie intake. Now, this is what you guys need to be following pretty consistently. If you want to lose belly fat, you cannot just follow this for 4 days a week and then the other days do what you want. Like, that's not how the body works. The body does not care if it's a Saturday night. The body just cares about what fuel you give it. Law of thermodynamics, what it's then going to do. So you need to be consistent at that number. Then you have your macronutrients. Now, you don't need to go into too much of a emphasis with this. However, the protein goal is very important. Remember that the goal for most of you guys is to, most of you guys watching are probably, I would say, early 30s, maybe into your late 50s. We don't want to look skinny, right? We want to still actually look pretty good, look aesthetically pleasing, look nice when we take our top off. So the protein goal is then very important. Now, for your protein, I usually say go to 0.8 gram of protein per 1 pound of your goal body weight. So let's say you want to lose 10 kg, which is around 20 pounds. You would then subtract 20 pounds from your current body weight, and that would be the number that you would multiply by 0.8, and that would then give you your protein target. Now, as you get deeper into the deficit and you get leaner and leaner, I would push your protein to 1 gram per 1 pound of body weight instead of the 0.8, because you will have more of a reliance upon it for muscle preservation, for improvement of composition, and also satiety, because the more protein that you eat, the fuller it will make you. Protein is the slowest digesting macronutrient, so it takes longer for your body to digest it, therefore it keeps you feeling fuller. So we have our calories on point, we have our protein on point. Carbohydrates and fats you can kind of make up. You can follow high carb, low fat, high fat, low carb. For the basis of this, I would follow moderate both. And carbohydrates is also very important. You know, I speak to so many guys in the DMs. Oh my God, look at my hair. I speak to so many guys that they're like told that you need to be cutting all your carbs, following the keto diet, and it's just, you're going to crash and burn. So consume your carbohydrates. Most importantly, consume your carbohydrates in and around your training window. Pre-workout, so some form of, like mine right now is sourdough and jam, like really quickly absorbing, fuels me for my training session. And then post-session, you want to have some quick carbohydrates too. I actually have cereal, but you guys can go cleaner and have things like rice, etc. Which leads me on to the final point about nutrition. Whole source diet, okay? Don't be eating protein bars and protein shakes and chocolate bars and say, oh, well, I'm still in my deficit. Yes, you can still lose belly fat. You know, you can eat McDonald's in a deficit and still lose weight, but you will feel and look terrible, okay? Now, our goal here is to lose the belly fat, etc., to optimize health, yeah? So eat whole source diet. So I would be including foods like your protein sources. You'll have chicken breast, you'll have salmon, tuna, you'll have steak, you'll have beef mince, eggs. Your carbohydrate sources, you'll have potatoes, white potato, sweet potato. I like bagels, sourdough bread, rice, pasta, and of course, veg. Yeah, include your veg in your fruits, your bananas as well, your blueberries, those type of things. If you can do this, if you can combine a deficit, good protein targets with good sources, and get specific on your carbohydrate timings with your training, perfect. That is the biggest part of the pyramid here. Number 2 is your training. Now, guys seem to think that they need to be in a gym 5 times per week, right? Now, the guys that we work with, and probably you watching, you're busy, right? 90% of our clients are dads. They do not have time to spend hours in the gym 5 times a week, right? They've got busy jobs. They don't have time. They don't have the capacity to travel. Effectiveness over quantity, yeah? Quality over quantity is the focus with training. We opt for majority of our clients, depending on their specific setup, to train 3 times per week. This is either upper, lower, full body, or 3 full body sessions. That way, you're hitting each muscle group twice per week. That is an effective amount of volume that still allows you to have good quality and then allow you to recover. Now, recovery is a very important aspect of your training. So 45-minute sessions, you start off with an accessory movement, so lateral raise, a pec deck fly. Then you prioritise your compounds, which would be your squat, your bench, your deadlift, and then you go into accessory movements for bicep curl, tricep extension, you know, lateral raise, rear delt fly. That's how you set up your training. It doesn't need to be rocket science. Now, the intricacies of this will depend on the individual, and this is where, like the guys that we work with, this is why they accelerate their results so much, because there is fine attention to detail, but I'm giving you guys the basic understanding on how to set this up. Make sure you train close to failure. So train hard, yeah? Like, don't finish and like say, okay, I could have done 5 more reps. Like, train until you've maybe got only maybe 0 reps inside you. That's you training to failure. That's what you need to be aiming for. And progressively overload. If you do 50 kg for 9 reps one week, try and get 50 kg for 10 reps the next week until you're out of your rep range, and then you increase the weight. That is training 101. Then we have the next part of the pyramid, which is things like your sleep, your recovery. You know, make sure you're taking rest days. Your sleep, very important. You know, listen, I'm not going to say 8 hours every single night. I think 7 hours is the sweet spot. Trying to minimise the days that you only get. There's a dog barking at me. That is a sausage dog. Try and minimise the days where you guys only get 6 hours. But again, like, I'm going to be realistic. The guys we work with have young children. they have busy careers. So I know it's not always possible to get like a perfect routine. Journeys aren't perfect. The guys that I said at the start of the video and all the other clients we have, no one's ever perfect. But aiming to get, between 6 and 7 hours sleep consistently, that is the main thing. All of this is consistency. It's not good to only do this 1 week, 2 weeks. It's like, this needs to be compounded. If you want to lose the 10 kg and get into shape, you need to have the consistency. So, diet on point, training on point, recovery on point. You then have the 1%ers. This is things like your supplementation. So the top 3 supplements I'm going to say that you guys need to get, and I wouldn't even bother with anything else, is number 1, creatine monohydrate. Take 10 to 15 gram any time of the day. Number 2, vitamin D3. This is going to be imperative to recovery, to your mood. And then number 3 is magnesium biglycinate, and I would take this pre-bed to help with the quality of your sleep, and it also helps with things like digestion. This is it. That is the foundations that you lads need to have on point. Now, the caveat to all of this is that doing this, like I've said, consistently can be a challenge for some people, and it can be very easy to let life sidetrack you. You get caught up with the business meeting, you get caught up with work, you get caught up with the kids out at school activities. I get that, I understand that. And that is why lads come to us for the kind of one-to-one help, because they understand, we'll let these cars pass, they understand that knowledge is one thing and application is another. And the thing that most men tend to lack is the accountability and the consistent conviction of applying this stuff. So, I've given you guys the tools, the foundations, where you will make progress. But if you feel that you're tired of feeling pretty lethargic, low energy, not liking how you look, not feeling confident in your physique, which is probably why you're watching this video, then I will leave a link down the bottom where you can apply to work with myself on a one-to-one basis. And what we essentially do is take a further deep dive into you specifically. Everything that we've covered in the foundations, but take it past level 1 and 2 and go into levels 10 and 12 to make sure that it's the setup that is really going to get you the results that you can be proud of. To look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, what the hell? That's actually how I look. It's a nice feeling to have, and all of our clients have achieved that or are on their journey to achieving it. So if you feel like it's for you, then you know what to do. Other than that, if this video gets good engagement and you guys like it and you guys are commenting, let me know what else you want to see. I will do more of these stuff, unscripted, out a walk, getting my steps in, being productive and educational at the same time. I'll do more content like this. Other than that, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, it's probably the biggest one. Get notifications for when we post more stuff like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.